Brad, the Phoenix Cousins fighting Doncaster Dome, 25th of February. Come on!
Brad, the Phoenix Cousins. How you doing, kiddo?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Good, mate. Last time I spoke to you, and I was really proud of you, mate, because you suffered your first defeat against Pucci.
Yeah.
I think he went on and won the fight after you again as well. He was going through a little bit of a golden patch. But more probably down to yourself, because you put so much into the first round, it left you a little bit gassed.
Yeah, I put a lot into that first round, and do you know what I've learnt from it? Pucci actually did an interview, and thanks for that. He mentioned how I'd learnt from it going into the next fight against Gennady, and I used my attributes. I looked calm, cool, collected, and I did everything I should have done against Pucci in that fight after. So, do you know what? It's a lesson. And I learned it early, and do you know what? Lessons are good things to learn. If you don't learn them, then you get nowhere.
He's given lots of people lessons over the last few months, Pucci. I thought he'd retired, but he's not. He's still got a few fights lined up. So what he's planning on? He did announce that he was retiring.
Yeah.
And I was sad, because I think he's a brilliant asset to boxing. A real, king of the road, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got a few fights lined up. So
yeah, and he's got his last fight in Brighton as well, I believe. I'm actually going down for that. I've been chatting to him. I'm going to get tickets and go down, because
once you share the ring with someone, you got a bond for life, haven't you?
Well, the respect's there. Listen, he's had so many fights. He's done the boxing game a huge favour, and like what he's done for the sport is massive. Like, people overlook these people in the sport, and fair play to
I think that people are more knowledgeable now because of YouTube and because of people like yourself giving these guys praise. Because if you beat Jamie Quinn, Lou Van Pooch, you become a better fight for it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what these journeymen are there for, to make you become the fighter that we hope you can be, and become the champion eventually further down the line. And you need them men to it's hard fighting under those bright lights, isn't it? There's a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, and in the end of the day, that loss might give me a few opportunities in future. So I've actually seen it as a positive. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. We've learnt from it. I'm a better fighter because of it, and it might give me an opportunity in future I wouldn't have got.
Well, like I say, it didn't keep you down for long. We did an interview straight after the fight, which not many people would want to do that. So I take that off to you for that, because it's a tough thing to do when you're at your lowest, and I've got poking a camera in front of your face. It's not what you want, but you did it, so I thank you very much. But it was only about 5-6 weeks afterwards, and you stepped through the ropes again to
4 weeks straight. I was straight out. I got the opportunity on Sonny Edwards undercard at Sheffield, and to be honest with you, I relished in the occasion. Everything, my ring walk went viral on TikTok. Everyone loved it. I relished.
What was that? What was your ring walk then?
The Ratons, Kids of the Estate. So I keep.
Oh yeah,
that
you told me that before, and I'm sure I've seen him just recently on. Haven't they made it to #1 or something?
Just got the first #1 album, and the self promoted, own backing, no label. They've done it all themselves, and that's what I want to do. Like this, that's what I have done.
Yeah.
Built myself up, and I'm going to keep building myself up from being 19 stone at the start of lockdown to.
Well, we had an interview about it, and it was a lovely story. But when you talk about living the dream, this environment that you're in here, there's 4 of you here today that are all fighting on that show. There's a few more fighters down here, and these trips that you keep going up to Morecambe, to train with the heavyweight champion of the world, and Joe Parker, and all the other great fighters up there. As not just as a boxer yourself, but a boxing fan.
Yeah.
It's not living the dream.
Absolute living dream, and like I've created friendships in this sport. Like Tyson is a mate. Like after the fight, he said to me, he had some nice words to say, pulled me back up a bit, and followed me on Instagram. So like the loss was soon forgot about. But no, it's the atmosphere in here. And joint with Morecambe, it's a big family. It's an amazing thing to be part of. Even if I didn't box, like being in this gym, the amateurs, the pros, the coaches, everyone who's part of this gym is a family. And
he's built something special here, Jimmy, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's a great place to be part of, and fair play to him, because we're all in a good place.
Yeah, no, I must admit, it's always, I've been coming down here for years. I remember when Isaac Lowe used to come down here, and obviously he'd be training and sparring with Josh Warrington and Maxie Hughes and Reece Mould, and obviously they're all, I know Josh is a former world champion now, but I'm sure he'll regain it at some point again. Maxie is a world champion. Reece has got an opportunity in only a week's time
to fight that as well.
To fight. Well, I'm going down there. He's fighting for the English title in a hard fight with an unbeaten kid, Hamza Gaz.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a cracker. That.
Going to be a good show. There's Breeze on there as well, which will be a good fight. I think there's three female fights on card, which is nice to see. It's going to be a cracker. And
well, going back, because 2 weeks after that, you were up for fight number 6.
Yes.
Yeah, fight number 6, and we've got 2 debutants on there. One of your stablemates in Matty Harkin.
Yeah.
Harness. Yeah, that's Matty Harness. And a young lady who's got an absolute fantastic name, Kira Carter.
Yeah.
It sounds like a pop star.
Yeah, I think to be fair, when I was at uni in Leeds, I'd trained with her a couple of times.
Yeah, because she's from Leeds. But everyone else, I think, is from the Donny area, isn't it?
Big Donny card. Great prices as well. VIP and Freedom together put in prices that people from Doncaster can afford.
And a great night out. You cannot beat watching your mate fight, and hopefully you all get wins. But the good thing about, I was saying with Jimmy, is he doesn't really match any of you easy, does he?
No. We're not here for that. We're not here to just have walkovers. We're here to learn, and we're here to grow, and we're here to do our best in sport of boxing. We're not here for an easy life. We're here to train hard, and then when we do get them opportunities, we've been through rounds, we've been through proper rounds, we've been through proper fights, and we've been in the deep end, so
we're
ready.
Slowly finding out where you think you could go in this sport?
It's a building game. Slowly, I believe I'm better than what I've shown in some fights. You've seen glimpses of it, but you haven't seen the whole package. My sparring for this camp has been the best it's ever been. I'm listening more, I'm improving with every spar. So I think the sky's the limit. We've just got to take it one building block at a time.
At the end of this year, and certainly in some point in 2024, you've got to be looking. Your first goal has got to be a central area title.
100%. I've already said this year I want to be busy. I don't want long layoffs like I did have, because I think that negatively affected me last year. I want to be busier, active. I want to always be ready, because a learning curve from last year is I spent a bit of time where I'd maybe balloon between fights and start again, whereas this time I want to be ready 24/7, because if that opportunity comes, I'm going to take it with both hands.
And it makes it a little bit easier when you come to a place with the atmosphere of this place. It makes it's like coming to school and you're just meeting your mates, aren't you?
Well, you've seen atmosphere in here earlier when we're all having a laugh and joke and taking piss out of each other and things like that. It's a great atmosphere, and who needs enemies when you've got friends like us sometimes?
but it's what it's all about, isn't it? And the bonds that you make. The 4 kids that are fighting on that show, I know there's a few more here, but you will have a bond for the rest of your life. And like I say, with the added intention of you've got Tyson Fury's phone number in your book. It's like nice, isn't it? It's like.
But, do you know what? Just a great person to know, and everyone, Isaac, Tommy, Roman, John, Tyson, everyone down there they're just nice people. Tyson sponsors me, which he didn't have to do that.
You'll do quite a few rounds with Roman, won't you?
Yeah, quite a few rounds with Roman, and we might need to get him in again, because potentially I've got a southpaw, so Roman's perfect for that sparring. So.
Right. And also, he should have been fighting on the same night. He should have been fighting on the 25th, but he's going over to Saudi to watch Tommy fight Jake Paul. But I think we've added him to one of the shows later on one of the VIP shows. I don't know if it's the Bolton show or if it's the Wigan show, but hopefully we'll get to see him, and because he made his debut on the night you suffered your first defeat.
Yeah, he did, against my former opponent Ryan Ibbott. So it's a mad old game, boxing. We all share a ring, we spar with each other, and then we're best mates after. And I think
crazy sport, isn't it?
Crazy sport. I sat in a taxi with Gennady after we'd fought in Sheffield. And
Top man, innit, Gennady?
Absolute top man.
The bullshit bomber.
We just hammered each other for 4 rounds. We sat in a taxi and we just looked at each other, laughed and went, "It's a weird old sport, this, isn't it?"
You know what's weird about Gennady is, it doesn't matter what weight he comes in, because he's flirted from just over the light middleweight to cruiserweight, and the kid is always in brilliant shape. How do you do that? How do you float between, 3-4 weight categories and still be in great shape, whatever weight category you're at?
He trains hard. I always see him on socials in gym doing his ab workouts. He definitely works hard, and you can tell that's why he's been so durable in his fights, and he's a tough man. He's a very nice.
What I like about him, again, he's so desperate for that first win.
I hope he gets it. I hope he gets it.
I'm pretty sure he will do it at some point, because he tries really, really hard against everyone. And it doesn't matter how much punches, like you say, he's a bit similar to Jay Bray. He just, no matter what you hit him with, he still comes forward.
You see, if you watch highlights of that fight, I caught him with a right hand and he stumbled a bit, but then just sort of smiled at me and nodded.
You whack a bit as well. When you hit the pads, you make a beautiful noise, you know that?
Yeah.
And you do it without looking like you're trying to, if you know what I mean. It's quite effortless.
I think that's it. It's carrying that through, and that's what we're learning. Actually throwing them shots rather than being hesitant, just letting them land, because when I throw and when I land the clean punches and the nice punches, sometimes I've just got to have the confidence to throw them in the right areas, and but that comes, and we're learning.
You excited for 2023?
Buzzing. Good. Let's have a good start to the year.
And what's nice about it, so early on in the boxing calendar, because the small old shows, this is our first one of 2023. So hopefully you should be able to get. And I know you're willing to go on away shows and fight, as you proved already. But if you can get 4 shows in with Steve and Jimmy, and maybe even fit 1 or 2 in between, then that central area fight should definitely be somewhere on the cards.
Yeah, that's the plan. I think I set myself a goal of 5 to 6. I think 6 this year. I want to be out maybe April time. And then obviously I think we're back out, hopefully a show July, and then see where we go from there.
Right, well listen, I look forward to the journey continue on the 25th of February at the Doncaster Dome, and hopefully I'll be speaking to you afterwards and saying win number 5.
Perfect, and just thank you to everyone who's already bought tickets, and if you haven't bought tickets, 25th of February, Doncaster Dome, get there.
Brad, you take care, mate. See you later.
Cheers, thank you.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.